Hey, everybody. Let's talk about citations. When we do our research, I think one of the things that is really intimidating or can be kind of scary is doing those citations after we find the sources. I mean, those are one of those things that you have to do. You have to be able to prove your source. You have to be able to show your reader where you got your information from, right? So it's very important to do this. But it can be intimidating because it's difficult. It's not easy. There's a lot of variations out there. So let's talk about some tools that you might be able to use. And one of those tools is MyBib. And that's the one I'm going to be looking at. Now, there's a lot of other citation generators out there. There's Sona Citation Machine. There's Noodle Tools. Those are good ones. There's EasyBib and BibMe out there as well. Those two do work pretty well. They do create some really good citations for you. The problem is that those websites are very full of ads. They run slow. They're not user friendly. They might crash out on you if you're not, if you're not careful. So I don't really recommend them because of that. But the one I want to look at is MyBib. Okay, so I've got this source pulled up right here, and let's say that this was a source that I wanted to use. Okay, I've gone in there. I believe the information's good. I believe it matches what I'm looking for. I'm like, this is it. Let's use it. So I have two options here, okay? So I can download the Chrome extension for MyBib. As you notice up here, it's a little beige, kind of looking like a notebook with a blue up arrow, okay? You can go to the Chrome store, you can download it, install it, you're good to go. I happen to have mine pinned to the bar up here so that I always have easy access to it, okay? So if I'm in this source and I'm like, yep, this is a good one, all I have to do is click that icon. Okay, and here it is. Now mine's set to APA style right now. You can change the style to whatever you need. Okay, you got many options there. It also gives you this little kind of quick indicator like this source is credible. It might be yellow saying this might be credible, or it's red is like this one probably is not credible. Now, that's a nice place to start. It's not a guarantee. It's a place to start. But the thing is, MyBib looks at a list of like sources, like sites that like, okay, we trust these, and a list that they don't trust. But they also read the metadata and look for other things like the author, the publisher, and the dates and things like that. If it can find those kinds of information, then it's going to assume that it's credible. It's not a guarantee. It's just a place to start. But I like it because it gives you that first quick take, right? When you get down here, you notice I have the actual citation right there. I have the author, I have the date, I have the title and the publisher and the website. I have everything I would need there, right? And I also have the in-text citation, or what it would look like inside of the text. If I hover over it, I get this option, click to copy, right? I get this click to copy option. And right there, you can just click it. It'll paste it. It'll copy it to your clipboard. You go to your doc, paste it. You're good to go. The option I like is this one right down here, which is Save to Project. And if I click on that, it's going to take me to MyBib's website, and it's going to create the citation right there for me. And there you see it. Okay. This is super handy because what happens then is it's going to create one document that you can use, and you have everything there. I said there was two options to access MyBib. The Chrome extension was one. You could go to mybib.com. You could just go to that website straight up, okay, and you'll be able to do everything as well. All right. So then here I have my page. I'm started and I'm good to go. I also have this button up here which says Add. I also have this button up here which is Add Citation. Okay. So on this here, let's say that I wasn't using the Chrome extension, I'm using just the website, okay? So I can go up here to this Add Citation, and it gives me this window right here. Now here, I can do the same thing as the extension, okay? So I can like copy in the web address or whatever. I just happen to have grabbed one already for you. Or I could enter manually, okay? This is pretty handy if you're, if you put in a website and you clicked on it and it went off and it didn't find your stuff, or you're using something you're really not sure of, if I just click manual, it asks you, like, it just walks you through the steps, right? Like here, what was the name, what was the dates, what was the publisher, right? Like it walks you through those things. Most of the time it's going to give you at least something to start with. So again, I'm going to paste in this website here, and I'm going to hit search. Now it's going to go out, it's going to go try to find that site. See, here it is. So I'm going to click on it. Whoops, sorry, hit the wrong button. Let me try that again. Okay. Save. Here we go. I jumped over some buttons there just because I want to prove a point, okay? Now, when I put this one in here, notice that it put it in alphabetical order, right? So now that I have two sources, okay, and I've got one and now I've got the other, right? Awesome. But notice it gives me a little bit of an error here, right? It says web page author and the date published. So it didn't find it, okay? And that's one of the things about MyBib that you do have to, and really any citation generator, you have to be very careful to go back and find the information. So let me go pull that article up here. I'm going to pull it up. And it's always good just to take a quick look, right? Like, oh, wait a minute, there is an author on this one, and there is a publishing date, right? For whatever reason, MyBib didn't find that. So I'm going to go back to my MyBib. Okay. I'm going to click on my edit button. Okay. All right. I'm going to add that information in and the date published. Okay. And I'm going to put that in here. Right. And then I'm going to put that I accessed it today. I'm going to update it. There you go. Now it's put all that information in for us, right? So it's really handy. Again, you do have to be kind of careful. You do have to be watching what you're doing. It's not a guarantee, right? It will make some errors, right? But it's going to get you really close. And as long as you understand the process, it's really going to save you a lot of time and a lot of effort. Now, a couple things to watch for on MyBib, okay? Sometimes it'll give an author, like if there's no author, it'll rename the publisher as the author, or it'll put staff or editor or something like that, right? As the author's name. You do want to be kind of careful because only humans can be the authors, right? Like you can't have a non-human listed in the author spot. So again, it's just something to go back and look for. Another thing that you might find on all citation generators, not just MyBib, is the use of capitalization. Again, they just go off into the metadata, the back end of the website. They just read all the code, they grab the right pieces, and they bring them back. If the code was in capitals, it's going to put it in capitals here. So you will need to double check those kinds of things. Now, when you're done and you've added in all the sources that you need to, you have this option down here. You just click on download, bam, and it gives you some options. You can copy and paste, you can send it to Word or Google Drive, right? You can print it or whatever you need to do from there. Now, again, you will want to double check the formatting after you have done that downloading, right? So anyway, this is MyBib. I believe that you're going to find it to be very handy and very useful. You do need to, like I said, check and double check and verify what you have found. But I believe that it's going to get you definitely off on the right foot. Good luck, everybody.